James and Oliver Phelps. Come on out, guys. Now you boys, you don't mind me, I'm going to grab this seat right here and just park it while we walk through those housekeeping rules. You know I came out here earlier, but what I'd like to do is get some spotlights, please, so we can see the faces of the folks who are asking the questions today. There we go. Why don't I go ahead and start things off with the very first question over here. Hi.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Hey, girl.
Hey. So the twins are so easily likable characters. But what I want to know is what you liked about your own character and how you're different from your character.
First of all, morning everybody. There we go. Yeah.
Deep dive.
Deep dive. I think it was, the thing I liked about the character is he had one ear. And no, I mean they were really cool and easygoing chaps, really. So that was a nice thing about George, more than Fred, but yeah.
What, we lasted a minute? That's a really good question. I really like I guess it works for both the characters, but in the 6th movie, when the characters set up their own jokes, their own shop and everything, we actually got fitted with tailored suits. And they brought the tailor in from Paris, and it was all so we had like our own tailored suit, so we were kind of one up on all the other guys in the cast platform, so that was good fun.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go for a question over here. Am I having a hot flash or is it warm in here?
They're really hot.
Oh, well that's... Preach! And do I have a good seat in the house or what? Okay, question over there for you.
My name's Shay McLaughlin from Redmond, Oregon, and I would read a lot of posts about behind the scenes from Harry Potter, and one of them was saying that you two attempted to switch roles during one of the movies and you got caught. And I was wondering, is there any other phony moments while filming that you guys could remember?
Yeah, that was actually a phony, but that never happened. Yeah, sorry everyone, on the internet doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
What?
Yeah. No, so we, apparently there's a thing called Wikipedia, it's not factual.
Oh, well there goes my note.
Yeah, but no, I think people exaggerate things sometimes. We didn't actually swap, and they had to reshoot the whole film. Thankfully. But I mean, some cool moments we did have on set though was going to the Great Hall with a soccer ball, see what I did in America, and playing football in the Great Hall, stuff like that. Anything else?
Just to go back on did we switch roles? We didn't actually switch roles while the filming was taking place. The only time we ever did was when there was like a Great Hall scene and you can see like 400 people, and we literally just swapped each side for the rehearsal. And we told that during an interview, and then that somehow got transpired into they got caught, so well done, thank you. And then I guess another one would be, a lot of it comes down to sport. We played cricket once on Privet Drive, which was, and it was like being back at home when you're playing in the street and then someone actually hit the ball through one of the windows of one of the houses, so everyone, all the kids just like...
Very nice. Question over here.
Hi guys, I love you so much, and thank you so much for being here. And my name is Michelle, I'm from Troutdale, Gateway to the Gorge. Yay, hopefully it rains, put out fires. Anyways, the older I get, I'm a mother and I tend to relate to Molly more and more. I just think she was amazing, and so rather than take my time to ask my question, this is for my daughter, she can't be here. Can you just say hi, Tabitha?
Hello, Tabitha.
Yay, thank you, you guys are the best.
And question over here.
Hi, my name is Ricky and I'm from Portland, and I just want to be the dork that asks if you guys went on Pottermore and got sorted and where you got sorted.
I actually did, and luckily I got sorted into Gryffindor. I think it helps. I only had the tie and the scarf, so that saved the wardrobe, don't you? You did though.
I did too, but I was sorted into Hufflepuff. Bigger cheer. Bigger cheer than you got.
Thank you.
And a question over here.
If the Weasley twins were, if you could choose where or what Quidditch position you could have, which one would it be?
I think the beaters are the most exciting bit because you're in the game, but you're not there to win the game. You're there to hurt people. Selfless.
Did you say football or rugby? Because it sounds like...
No, Quidditch. So I think a beater because that way you don't need to. Yeah, I'm selfless. I don't want all the accolade of winning. Just hurting.
The thing is, I've seen him play cricket, and he can't hit a ball with a banjo, let alone a bludgerball. So.
Bowled you out last week. Sorry, I'm making this. Sorry, James, go on. No?
Thank you for your question. A question over here?
I was wondering, I don't know if you can answer this without getting in trouble, but since it's Keep Portland weird, what would you guys do for mischievous actions in Portland? And if you can't answer that, what would Fred and George do?
I don't know about in Portland specifically, but I can relate it back to when. How can I get away with it? Yeah, when we were filming one of the movies, I think it was the fourth one. We were in Oxford, and there's a big long road into one of the major roads into Oxford, and we were filming split days, so kind of overnight essentially. And Oliver and I were on weather cover for 2 weeks, meaning that they were filming outside, but if it rained, we would be called to film our bit inside. So we basically had 2 weeks of vacation in Oxford, which wasn't too bad. But after about the 10th day, having to stay up at night, you kind of think, what can I do to keep going? And so I decided that I'll take my camera, just a point and shoot thing, with a flash on, and I'll pretend I'd be a speed camera.
No, you didn't actually pretend to be a speed camera. You hid behind a speed camera.
Oh, I hid behind a lamppost, so all the guys who were going to, who were crew, who didn't know the road, would drive into the set, and I kept... And it's amazing how many people break after. So I'm not saying I would do that in Portland, but you know, you could have some fun.
I will. Go hang around the stop sign or something.
Thank you. Question over here?
I was wondering if you read the books when you were kids, and when you tried out, what was your initial reaction to finding out that you were the twin?
Yeah, we were quite lucky. The first 3 books had already come out when they started auditioning for the films, and the Goblet of Fire book had just been released as well. So we were kind of cramming in, rereading it, and also getting the audio book, what Stephen Fry did in the UK. And then when we got to the audition, you kind of really you know the characters that well because of the way they're written. And then I suppose as the process went on in the audition process, you realise how much of a big process and big film this is going to be. But I still, to then, from the first time I picked up the book, I wouldn't have thought that 1, I'd be in the thing, and 2, I'd still be talking about it here 20 odd years later. So.
And because they're twins, I'm going to assume that's the same answer. So thank you for your question. Over here, please.
Hi, in all the years of filming Harry Potter, is there anything that you guys regret?
I love it how the camera just zoomed in on him there.
Just sit down full of regret. What we got? Not really. I think maybe the haircut in the first film.
What about the hair color?
Hair colour was alright. I don't mind being a ginger. That was fine. The roots were the worst bit. No, the eyebrow dye.
Funny story about the eyebrow.
I knew this was coming.
I deliver for the softballs, it's up to you to hit them out of the park.
Exactly, yeah.
So Oliver decided, well, he didn't decide, he was told he needed his eyebrows dyeing again because they were going a bit too brown for a ginger actor. So they ended up getting the intern to put the stuff on. Okay, you know where this is going. So what was supposed to be about 3 or 4 minutes of this peroxide on the eyebrows, about 10 minutes later, 15. There's like a realization that, oh, that should be taken off now.
Well, I was sitting there thinking, why is my face burning?
And so he came back looking like Voldemort, essentially.
So for about a week and a half, they had to draw on the eyebrows, which is fine because I learned you could make yourself look really either quizzical the whole time by like drawing one eyebrow there, one eyebrow there, or angry, one eyebrow there, one eyebrow there. Yeah, but you only made that lesson once. So, yeah.
That's nice. Which side are we on? I think we're going to this side. Go. Oh, no, I'm staying fingers that way. Go ahead, you're up with your question.
Oh, me?
Yes, you got this.
I am so sorry.
No worries.
So, I'm Alexander from Portland, and before I ask my question, I'd just like to say it's an honor to meet the two of you. I'm such a big fan of Harry Potter. I've watched all the movies. My family loves you. Congratulations on a successful movie series, guys. So, my question to you was, and I know that the last movie was hard for all of the cast, and you guys, most of you were crying that it was over. So my question was to you, who do you keep in contact with? Do you keep in touch with any of the cast?
No, we did.
Here we go again.
Yeah. No,
I only see him here.
We've been told to stay apart from this X on the stage. No, we keep in touch with quite a few of the guys actually, be it on the golf course or go for a drink down the pub or just, you know, text away or something like that. The best way I describe the relationship with a lot of the guys we filmed with is people you go to high school with or college with. That type of relationship is the best way to describe it. So yeah, it's a cool thing to say. As you just said, it's such a big thing. And being able to be a part of it and to be able to share that and still reminisce with people is awesome.
Thank you very much.
Wait, who can we text right now? No, I'm being serious. Who can we text right now? They're like, nobody, move on.
Time difference, I'm thinking.
Oh, I don't want it. No. That's, hey, Steph's fired. She just woke somebody up from a very important series of beauty rest. Let's go ahead. Question over here.
Hi guys, thank you so much for being here. We all really appreciate it when you guys take time out of your schedule to be here. So my question is, as you mentioned, the books weren't finished being written when you were cast and making the first movies. So how did both of you feel when you read that Fred was going to pass away? And then also, how do you feel like that changed the dynamic for the business that they had, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes?
Sorry if that was a spoiler for anyone.
It's your own fault if you haven't read
it. When I read it, I was like, huh. What do you know? But in regards to, I don't know, when we filmed it, we didn't think of it as changing our dynamic because obviously you don't know when that's going to happen in anything. But I think that as a business side, I don't know. We kind of liked, a lot of us were having a joke about it a couple of months ago, and we're saying maybe Fred is like a ghost who works on security or something now. Who knows, but yeah.
Thank you.
And question over here. Yep, you can do it.
I'm from Ravenclaw. I thought in a magazine, I read in a magazine that you skipped school to try out for the Harry Potter movie.
How many parents are closing their kids in? Yeah, we did. Yeah, so what happened was we found out that there was an open audition, which basically means that anybody can apply to be in the films. And it was being held on a Thursday. up in Leeds, in England, which is about 2.5, 3 hours away from where we live. So we thought, all right, Thursday, what am I going to miss? I'm going to miss math, I'm going to miss science, I'm going to miss, I don't know, E or whatever. So we thought, okay, yeah, let's go. So Mum and Dad were really encouraging with us as well. We went along, and we got to this hotel which had thousands of people there, going for all different cast members, from more children than I dare think with just frames, no lenses and glasses, just frames with lipstick play. And then there was a load of twins there as well, but we realised that we were the only identical twins there who didn't have the same clothes on. Problem when you're going for identical twins in a film. So we take a raffle ticket, which basically said, when your number's called, you get to go and see the casting directors. And we worked out we probably had, what, a 2-hour wait or so. So we thought, right, okay, we'll go across the street and buy a shirt or something, so we at least look more similar than we look. Helpful. So we did that, and then we went in and saw the casting director, and then, yeah, one audition after another, we went in, still wearing the same shirt, so maybe they thought we needed the money. Because we don't really have any clothes apart from our school uniform, what was the same. So we did that, and then, yeah, so lesson is stay in school unless it's for a movie. Did you concur, James?
Yeah.
It worked out all right for you guys.
Yeah, it worked out well. We've got to stress that we kind of got the school's permission. After. I remember I asked my form tutor the day before, and it was like the end of the school year anyway, where no one really wants to do any marking, so it was like, yeah, go on. Have fun.
After.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Over here.
I was wondering, what do you think actually happened to George after the films ended? Did he just continue his career? Are the rumors about him being Wonka in the past true? He used a time turner, went back in time, used his skills at making candy in order to found the factory. That's why Wonka says he's a little deaf in the one ear, because he lost it.
How did you even come to that?
Yeah. That's my idea, really.
But just in general, that's...
Is it true though? Because he doesn't show up in the first child, so...
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Rob's running the show.
Maybe, mate. I don't know.
I'd love to know what hour of the day that came into someone's head. Like 4 in the morning, I reckon.
I doubt it. I mean, I'd like to think that George ended up running the Wisdom Weasley shop really well, to a point where he made another one and another one. But yeah, as opposed to a time turner going back and becoming Willy Wonka, I can't see it. Maybe.
It's a bit far-fetched.
It's a little bit, but hey,
I'll remember that one.
Thank you for your question. We'll go ahead over here.
Hi. So obviously there were a couple differences between the movies and the books. I'm just wondering if there were any differences that didn't make it into the movies for your characters, or anywhere really, that you wish had made it into the movies, and if there are differences in the movies that you liked.
Yeah, in the fourth book with the swamp, with Fred and George, that would have been fun. But I always remember that we always had to take it with a bit of a pinch of salt when we got the script, because I think just the first book would have been a 7-hour movie if they'd have kept everything in. So you kind of learn, oh, okay, you need to pick and choose. But yeah, I think the swamp would have been a cool thing. But things that weren't in the book that were in the film, I don't know. I think they were pretty good at staying true.
Singing, Crumb.
Oh yeah,
things like that. don't know why we ended up doing that. But no, I think the difference is that when we were filming, is that obviously you know what the characters are about because the way they were written, and if anything, you may be able to elevate it a bit more in the films and then bring it back a bit. So I don't know, it would have been nice to see a backstory maybe of blowing up toilets and stuff like that.
Thank you.
He's over there going, yes. Question over here?
Hi, my name is Jason from Portland, and my God, you guys are both really good looking. I have a question for both of you. Has there ever been any mischief or pranks off screen to any of the co-stars? You know, George.
Yeah, yeah, we do a lot of things like that. We, there was one, I'm trying to think, what I can say. James?
We won't tell.
No, they'll know and there'll be probably legal proceedings. Different pranks we've done with people. James, come on, help me out.
Yeah, there's a couple. There was one time where, so one of my best pals, he was Rupert's double on the movies, or he used to call himself a stunt double if he was chatting up girls, but that's by the by. But yeah, so Ant and I and a few of others, he came with us when we went on one of the promotional tours around Europe, which is one of the cool things about when we're doing the Potters, was that during a premiere we got to go to a premiere all over the world essentially. So we were in, I think it was Helsinki in Finland, and he ended up one night chatting up this girl at a bar, and you could see him like this hand around, like going nowhere but trying his best. And so the next day he stayed out with a few of us. We had like press at 8 in the morning or something, so being good boys we went to bed at a reasonable time. And then we did. And then that morning we decided, right, I'm going to get him back for whatever prank he pulled on me. Because it's kind of like a continuational thing. So we decided that we'd come up with this story, and we got the local press involved to help us out with this.
Oh, this is going to be good.
So we basically made out like this girl that he was trying to chat up was like a socialite who just sold her story to everybody. And so we said to him when he came down, like, you know, we've been kicked off the tour now because you've been giving the company a bad name with your fraternising of the locals.
Almost like a kiss and tell story.
Yeah. And so he was like, oh, what do you mean? And we're like, we've got to go home. We're not allowed to go to Paris. We're not allowed to go to Rome. You know, we're up, we're down.
Oh. And this is about, what, 4 or 5 weeks before we started filming
the last
Deathly Hallows.
Deathly Hallows. So we also got the producers in on it, who were back in the UK, and his boss as well, because he was part of the crew, who texted him saying, don't bother coming in on Monday.
And at this point, Anthony's had about 3 hours sleep, probably a little bit hungover, but it's brilliant. If you're on the other end of it, it's brilliant to do. Anyway,
so we said to him, just come and meet us in our room, and we need to talk about it. And we had all the guys from Warner's there, and we just left like little props around, like the phone number of like the producer or the director or head of talent relations, stuff like that. So he's coming, you could just see like he's trying to talk to us, and he's just like looking around the room, and then he comes out with, oh, but I didn't get anywhere. To which everyone is just like, well, it doesn't matter, we've got to go home now. And so we pretty much carried this on all day. We had this beautiful boat trip around Helsinki planned, and so we were just enjoying this view, and he's literally just dying, but his life is over at this point. So.
And then we've also got all the guys from Warner Brothers in Finland, and one lady was, she had to go to another meeting, so she was like, bye, everyone, gave everyone like a hug and everything, looked at Anthony, was like, bye. And she was like, it was brilliant, it was absolutely brilliant. And then we even had a photo shoot later in the day where the photographer was like, so where's your silly friend? Like, chat. And Anthony's standing there just...
Yeah, but then we told him it was a prank. But it was more of a relief than anything else. But yeah, so that was one long-winded prank that we did. If you're going to do it right.
Lessons learned: don't mess with these boys under any circumstance. So I didn't read about this on Wikipedia, but I did read about it in an interview that you guys gave. I'm assuming it was one of those either or. That when push comes to shove, you prefer chocolate ice cream over vanilla.
Yes.
Fabulous news, because I've got Salt and Straw here to bring out some of their iconic, amazing ice cream. Come on stage. Now, just so you know, Salt and Straw is one of the most amazing ice cream shops out there. They now have a store down in LA, and Tyler, who owns this, people wait, you guys, for more than an hour just to get a taste. Not even kidding. So I called them this morning. Tyler, who owns it, is in Los Angeles. Crushed that he can't be here. Do you guys mind just delivering it down here? So I wanted you to sample some of our finest ice cream, because I think everybody out here can vouch that Salt and Straw is amazing. One time when I was on the news, they brought me cricket ice cream for Halloween. It was cricket and grasshoppers, and it was patently awful.
But this is strawberry, this is chocolate, right?
This is chocolate. This is You're safe. You guys, thank you so much for coming out. So we'll let that...
yeah, we'll leave that there for a bit.
Yeah, there you go. We'll let that warm up for a little bit. Thank you. So I wanted to bring you guys something so you could remember us.
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I believe we are on that side for a question.
How's it going, guys?
Good, thank you, mate.
After 8 films, I just want to know if anything from the sets made it into your homes.
About this question.
That isn't a Warner Brothers lanyard you got wearing on.
No, road stays, we're good.
Technically, no. But, yes, one or two things. I managed to take, the prosthetic ear what George had to have. So I used to get a new one every day. They'd normally throw it in the bin, or somebody walking down past it. But I got the final ear what George had. Well, I've got two. There's the one when it's all bloody and marked and everything, and then the healed version, which is in a little frame on my wall, next to a huge full-size bust of my head, what they had to use. I'll decorate him when there's different events like Halloween. He'll have a hat on, or Christmas and stuff.
That was claustrophobic when they did that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was horrible. It's basically, like if you get like an impression on your teeth, like that gunk they put in, it's back all over your head and shoulders, and you've got to stay there for about 15 minutes. You can't move or anything. So anyway, so I've got this bust, and I've got that in my house. So if I ever get a workman has to come in or something, I just leave it there. It scares them to death. Then there's also like the Weasley's Wisdom Wheezes bags from the store. That's on the wall. I always wanted my wand. That was the one thing I wanted of anything, but they took that quite quickly. One day.
I need to introduce you guys to Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica, who smuggled her entire flight suit out in her cooler. Yeah, she was like, no, it's mine, and she went with it. What about you? What did you make it off the set with? I mean, that they let you take.
I think "let's" a strong word. But, I've just got silly little things like the puking pasties and things like that, which are in my office at home, just on the shelf. There's nothing there. But you need to make sure if anyone's in my office, they don't think, "Oh, candy." Don't know how they'd get on with that one. But yeah, I'd say that's probably about it. Like Oliver was saying, I really just wanted our wands, but they were very strict to get those back. And I mean, now there's an exhibition which has been all over the world, which people can actually see it now. So I guess it's a bit more nice that people can see it. But I plan to take it from them one day.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you, cheers, mate.
Question over here.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm from Olympia, Washington. I drove down here last night.
I stayed there actually on Monday. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, with Mike?
No, with Mike. But
That's cool. Come on.
Yeah. We're not going to tell anyone, Mike, for a second.
But they already asked the question about who you keep in touch with, and this actually ties into the ice cream you guys are going to have. Have you been to Rupert's ice cream truck?
Yeah, I remember when he bought it, and it was just cool. No, he took it to a festival, didn't he?
Didn't he get in trouble in a turf war?
Yeah.
I think he just drove it around the block and like an ice cream man went after him for like... He was like, no, it's just mine. Yes, I have seen the ice cream truck and are very jealous, actually. Actually, one of the things that we did shortly after we wrapped on the last film, Oliver, myself, Rupert and a couple of other guys, we did this thing called the Wacky Rally, which in the UK you buy a car for essentially $200, and you have to drive it through 8 or 9 countries around Europe. And so that was a really fun thing to do. So yeah, I like these cars.
In 5 days?
Yeah.
Yes. It was quite funny actually. We went to this this really sleepy town in the Swiss Alps as we were driving through. And Rook and I went out to get some petrol. And you could see this girl just way in this car, what looked like a lifeboat, which we decorated it. James was driving something what resembled a tiger, had a tail and everything. And there was this girl who obviously was, nothing goes on in this town, just wow. That was, so stuff like that's awesome, memories like that.
That's awesome, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Over here for a question?
Hi, I'm from Colorado.
Welcome!
And I was just wondering what it was like to grow up on the set. Like, when you came back for filming, was it like coming home?
I thought about coming home. It was just like going back to somewhere where you're very familiar. So I guess like a home, but your second home, shall we say. It's just like, because everyone, like say, everyone grew up there, everyone knew a lot of people, like the crew pretty much stayed the same for a lot of the years, and just the location. So yeah, I guess when we came time to filming, it was just like another school year, as it is in the films, just like it was in the movies.
Thank you.
Over here?
Who was your favorite character in Harry Potter?
George Weasley. No, I mean, he was cool. I think in the books, actually, Peeves was my favourite.
You stole my answer with that one.
George, my mate. He's good.
Question over here?
Hi, I'm here with my identical twin girls who are 7 years old, and they like performing for people. So I'd like to ask you about growing up as identical twins and how did you get into acting before Harry Potter, and was one of you more into it and convinced the other one, or did you at the same time say, hey, let's do this as a team?
We did do a bit when we were younger, I mean, like around school and stuff like that. But yeah, in terms of the whole convincing each other to get into it, it was never really I don't think we really had a conversation, yeah, we should do this. It was let's do it.
Yeah, it's like, wouldn't it be cool if we went for the audition and find out? But in regards to, we didn't really grow up dreaming of being actors, as it were, because it's just something that never really happened where we're from. In fact, the week before we went for the first audition, the drama teacher at the school said, don't bother taking drama for your next year because you don't have a career in it.
Wait, are you saying that teacher?
No, that's probably why he's still working at 75 and we're in Portland over here right now. No, I mean, I think the one thing we did learn, especially from doing these things, is that if you believe that you're good enough to do something, more than likely you are. You know, I wouldn't take someone's advice too hard on it, especially when it's so negative advice. But it was very funny afterwards when we got the part, how suddenly it was, so have you guys thought about doing drama class again? No. So, yeah.
I remember I was told by a news director I would never make it on camera. I'd never make it on TV, and here I am 20 years later. Go ahead. Question over here.
So the Weasley twins, they have their candy shop, and I was wondering if you got to eat one of the candies from the shop and it actually had the magical effect, what would it be? And follow-up, if you could feed someone one of the candies, which one would it be?
I don't think we can answer the second one because that's technically illegal. I'm trying to think what, from in the Universal Wizarding World, you mean, in the shop there? I know we sometimes play the, I guess other people do the Bertie Box. Can you keep the straight face if you have a horrible tasting kind of thing? Yeah, we'll try that.
I lost.
Question over here.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This is my son Spencer. We're from Vancouver, just across the river.
It's on the Vancouver side.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually the second time seeing you, we caught you guys in London when we were on holiday just a few months ago, so it's good to see you again. That was a crazy show, by the way. They packed us in like sardines. So this is better run, which is weird to say that the US did something better than the UK. Sorry, I'm really nervous. So. I don't have a question about your acting or the books. I think you guys are phenomenal. The series was phenomenal. I just have a request. My daughter can never make it to the cons. She gets mad at us, and she's actually kind of sad that she can't see you guys, and we're seeing you for the second time. And her 21st birthday is next week. Can you guys say happy birthday to Sabrina for me?
If everyone in the room does as well.
You count us down.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday, Sabrina!
And question over here?
Hi. Okay, this is really overwhelming for me right now. But you guys are fantastic. So thank you for what you did and all of like the I don't want to sound really awkward saying this, but like all the suicide and the cutting and everything, how much you support us and give us hope to keep going, and there's light even in the darkness, so thank you guys for that, first of all. That's really awesome. Question for the Quibbler, if you could have a spread, so like 2 pages, what would it be? It can be in real life, or it can be from Harry Potter world.
Probably sports, because I'm a bit of a sports nut, which I learned today. Nebraska people who are staying in my hotel to see the game tonight, when I asked, what does the N mean on the... I might as well have trodden on them, like how anyway. So then I learned that there's a big game on tonight and go Ducks. But anyway. Yeah, I'd say probably the sport page, because if I'm reading a newspaper, I normally would just go there straight away. But yes.
Mine would be 2 pages, you said. Pictures. No, it would be, yeah, probably random stuff you didn't know before you got up out of bed this morning, which is normally the news anyway. But yeah, I didn't think that one through at all. Probably the weather page, but in like wizard form, so it would like move around and you didn't have to just look at it and say it may go this way, but like real time, like a camera.
So the internet, essentially,
We call that TD.
Yeah, that's
Question over here?
Hi, I'm Spencer. It's nice to see you guys again. My question is, if you guys could play any other character besides Harry Potter, which character would you like to play?
George?
I mean, besides in Harry Potter or in another thing, or
like any other thing or Harry Potter?
Actually, because randomly on the plane they had the original cartoon show of the real Ghostbusters. It's like I watched it like 1990 or something like that. So yeah, definitely if I could be Ray and that. What you got?
I want to be Skeeter in Doug.
Can you do his laugh?
Thank you.
Very nice. Over here?
Hi, my name is Eva, and I was wondering, you guys were pretty young when you filmed, and I was wondering...
When we filmed?
Or...
That's
were there any older co-stars that kind of scared you on set, or you were intimidated by?
I think to start with, everybody intimidated me. Not meaning to, but just because you see all these people that you've grown up watching on everything you've done. But I do remember when we learned that Julie Walters was going to be playing our mum. That was a really exciting thing when we were told that. And then when we first met her, we were filming at King's Cross, and they had like a train on the side of the platform, as like the green room, as it were. And so there's Oliver, myself, Rupert. We just met Bonnie, who was obviously going to be our sister, Chris, who played Percy, and then all of a sudden you just hear from the end of the train, "Where's my boys? Where's my children?" And then Julie arrived, and that was really cool. So that was, yeah. I think as we got older, obviously you appreciate that everyone's just there to do a job. And what was really cool is that, especially with the adult actors, all of them were very forthcoming with if you had a question or wanted to know how they would go about approaching a scene. They weren't dismissive at all. They would like talk to you on a level playing field, which was really cool.
It's a good question. It's a nice anecdote. Question over here.
Hi, I'm Sedona, named after the city in Arizona, and I was wondering, what is your favorite Weasley's Wizard Wheezes product?
Mine would be dark matter. Because purely, if we had it now, could you imagine that entrance when we came on stage here? Yeah, probably dark matter. Did you study the catalogue?
I like the pimple cream that they had. Could you imagine if that was real? That would be a bestseller, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'd say that.
Thank you.
And a question over here.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and this is my niece, her first con. And our question is, you guys have become very popular. Have you guys ever just lost your cool when you've met somebody famous? Like, you guys just became the total fans and you're just like, then you're like, leave the moment and you're like, I shouldn't have acted like that.
Zooming in on you again.
Is it because I'm dressed like a teacher today? Is that why where I've lost it when I've met somebody? Not that I can think of.
They strike you as being pretty composed under all circumstances.
I don't know. I remember once I met a soccer player who plays for my team, and I just didn't know what to say, so I just said, "You could have played better today." And the worst thing is that his teammate agreed. Yeah. He doesn't follow me on Twitter anymore.
I'm going to coach you through some other options.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, afterwards I thought, just say hello. Yeah.
I met Slash once. That was a pretty. Yeah, I wouldn't say I geeked out. I kind of just went like just. But yeah, that was quite fun.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your first con. We look forward to seeing you again. Question over here.
All right, first off, I am a 5th grade teacher, and you dress sharper than I dress every day with my
Thanks,
students. So, my question was, at a young age, you got to work with so many just amazing directors, Chris Columbus, Alfonso Cuarón, David Gates. Was there something you got from them that you really took to heart with your acting?
I think so, yeah. I think the cool thing is that we were, as you say, being able to work with so many amazing directors, and they were really open to, if you ask for their opinion on stuff. So yeah, you kind of build up layers, as it were, as we went along. I remember on the last few films asking David Yates about it, and he just said, just make it relatable and real to something you've experienced beforehand. So the same with, it's going to get really heavy in here. The scene when Fred snuffed it and he's on the floor, and I'm asking him, like, how do you want me to do it? He said, just try and relate it to, I don't know, like losing a family member or something like that. So, and then I was able to chat with Julie Walters about it, and she kind of gave me some other pointers. And then, like, literally, you get in the mood before you leave your dressing room type thing, which is a bit of a crap morning. And then you go on set, so you're already like a bit like, okay. And then this makeup girl comes over and goes, "You all right?" and blows a load of eucalyptus spray in my eye. So I'm crying for real now as well. And then you do that for a couple of takes, and then that was it. And the best thing about it actually was immediately afterwards when the director was like, that was awesome. Yeah, stuff like that. It's amazing what just a throwaway well done can do to someone. It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Question over here.
I was wondering if you would rather be a Jedi or a wizard, and why?
I think it's James' turn to answer that.
I've got to say wizard, haven't I? But you can do more, I think, and like you don't need a ship to travel far. Like you've got a port key, done. You don't need to go into find some spacecraft to fly away somewhere into. I'm digging my hole, but I'm trying to get out of it.
I'm watching.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with wizard because I'm used to it.
I just want it to be known, I'm eating ice cream on stage with these two. Come on, dude, my day rocks right now. It's such a good day. We have about 2 minutes left. Question over here.
Hi, I'm Vinny. I'm from Pennsylvania. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very sad that I can't go to real Hogwarts. And I've thought a lot about what classes I'd like to take. I wanted to know what each of you think would be your favorite classes.
Favorite classes? I don't know. Probably like Quidditch class. Outdoors, not a lot of writing. Get to beat. Yeah, probably that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the other day I actually went to the Rose Gardens here, so like apology. Looking around, like, get my gardening on. Is that a term? Yeah,
it's a really weird term.
Thank you.
Question over here.
I was wondering my name's Hugo, and I was wondering what your favorite Harry Potter movie to be in.
To watch or to film?
To like act in.
To act in. I'd say the Goblet of Fire for me. It was one of those films where it just kind of, I don't know if because we just turned 18 or whatever, so you're kind of a bit more, yeah, I'll do my own thing on this bit, to the point where I'm not going to get a haircut. But I think everyone kind of had the same idea on that film, like his hair was past the shoulder.
But what was cool when we did that movie was in the Yule Ball sequence, like that whole thing was cool anyway, because we actually learned how to do the waltz, which is something I never thought I'd ever learn to do. But it was good for the 2 seconds it was in the movie. But then also when the band's playing as well, before we started, Mike Neal, the director, said to us, "Do you know what a mosh pit is?" I thought, yes. He was like, "Can you start a mosh pit halfway through the music?" And we went, "Yeah, I think we can do that." So that was fun. Like, I actually went to work and told start a mosh pit, which was that's good.
All right, guys, come on in. As I love to do, it's selfie time with Steph. Guys, just humor me here. Pile in, you're tall, so I'll have to hold it right up. There we go. All right, you guys, James and Oliver.
So do you mind if we take a photo with everyone else in here as well?
Yeah!
The cool thing is when we do these things, we tell our friends back home, hey, we spoke to 2,500 people this morning. They don't believe us. So this would be awesome if we could do it. Like, can we get the house lights up, please? No. Could we get the house lights up, please?
Someone right now is in a dead heat scramble to try to make this happen.
While he's waiting, I just want to say thank you very much for everybody for coming today.
Hey, there we go. There we go. You like that? Stay tuned.
I like that, it just gets one of himself.
But thank you very much, guys, for coming down. We hope you guys have a great weekend. And yeah, stay safe and enjoy the convention.